Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we have the return of Three Gatsu no Lion, or March Comes In Like a Lion, episode 17 of season 2. Now, I was expecting something grandiose for the second season's, kind of reappearance, because it's been, 3 weeks since episode 16, since the Winter Olympics were on and stuff like that, and so Japan didn't have the airing slot for Three Gatsu no Lion. But what was interesting was, no, instead we got an episode focused on Shimada and this older man who is one of the, I think, best players of shogi. He's won a lot of tournaments, and he's held this spot for many years. But interestingly enough, I was thinking that this might be a boring episode, or might be a very kind of just mellow episode. And while it was indeed mellow, it wasn't boring. It was actually very interesting. I loved Shimada's internal struggles, and even more so the older man that we had. His internal monologuing and just the way he was talking about his never-ending fight to hold his position, it was very, very well done. And I think it's really cool because in contrast, everyone sees this dude as this really upbeat guy. He seems like, even though he's an older guy, he seems almost unfailable. He doesn't seem like he has a care in the world. He just plays shogi, wins, and holds this title for a next generation and next one. But interesting enough, we find out that in his mind, he's dealing with a lot. He feels pressure of having to keep continuously winning and showing his fortitude and his strength, and showing that even though he's so old and he's already outlived a lot of other players in terms of his I want to say his skill level, he still has to prove that he's just this great player. And I love the burning field reference of where he's going through the fire to play this game, and his body, as we see in the very early morning of the second part of the episode, where he has to use patches to kind of relieve the pain in his back and all that. It was interesting to see that because the burning fields can be almost a symbolism of the struggle he's dealing with, the never-ending pain of everything. But he's still fighting. He's still playing shogi. It's still proving that he's a competitor. And I think that was awesome. I was like, holy crap, that was such nice symbolism. The music, everything worked so well in that scene, and I just really loved it. So this episode was actually a great comeback for the show. I think it was a solid episode with really no faults. I mean, it was kind of also cool to see Ray and his kind of fat friend have the commentary board for this week's episode, where where they're playing Shimada's. They were talking about Shimada's moves and what he was doing right, what the other guy was doing better than him. And what's interesting is we're left at a cliffhanger because we don't know if the older man is going to hold his title. I mean, it's last time we looked, Shimada had a slight advantage, but equally this dude looks like he's playing to win, like we said before. And it's okay, so I'm curious, what are you going to do? What's your next move? Three Gatsu no Lion. I'm very curious what episode 18 will bring. What did you guys think about this episode and the return of Three Gatsu no Lion? Let me know in the comments below. As always, guys and girls, I hope you liked the review. Think about subscribing and sharing the video and liking the video if you did. Make sure to also check out my Patreon to help me out, because I've talked about on Twitter where Patreon is kind of helpful now at this point, but only if you have the money and all that. And I'll talk to you guys later. I have 3 other reviews today. They'll all be spread apart. I'll probably have another one in 20 minutes, or maybe even less than that. And it should be, I think, Darling of the Franxx, and then Citrus and Ancient Magus will be out probably later today. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you all. Have a great Saturday. Bye-bye, everyone.